Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to B-Tech Philosophers.
Wow.
This week we thought we'd do something. Look, we'll go back to old school B-Tech, if you can call it old school B-Tech, as in like 20 weeks ago.
I think it's episode 40 though.
It's episode 40?
I think so.
Oh, shit.
But we did the first 15 without any guests.
Yeah.
And then people enjoyed it, and then we started getting guests on, made it better. But sometimes it's just good to go with no people. Just want to do it on our own vibe. Nobody was available, guest wise. This is why
We're rethinking the guest because no, do you know what it is? We have like a lot of comedians on, and I love having comedians on, but it does become like, here's another comedian.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but it is sometimes, just
we want to get back to the philosopher side.
Yeah.
So
this is what we do on Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit more spicy on the Patreon. So if you don't subscribe, you get a lot for your money, if I do say so myself.
Let's do it let's do what we'd usually do on Patreon for the people today, so they can see. Like let's consider this an hour-long free advertisement for Patreon.
Go for it, man.
Even though it's just £3.50 a month, you get a extra bonus episode a week that does get out of hand.
I apologize if my energy is a bit low. I was sick this morning, throwing up in the bathroom. I told Elliot I had fish, and for some reason he's like, "Oh, fish heads." I don't know what stereotype that you think I'm just eating a bowl of fish heads.
That was off-air banter. That was off-air banter.
That's the kind of banter that Andy Gray and Richard Keys lost their career over. Do you remember that?
Bro, that was so wild. And I got sent out, the next day in English class,
Yeah.
I got sent out because our English teacher started talking about it, and she was mad feminist, and I wound her up, and I just went, I don't think women should be officiating men's games, and the class agreed with me. All like the girls and stuff were like, yeah, he's right. And Tish was like, Elliot, outside, we got sent out, and I was like, what, just for having a different opinion?
It's so I'm trying to remember the actual transcript. We're just having a regular conversation, and then I think it was Andy Gray. It's like, yeah, women they don't have the brains to be doing this or something. And then,
so there was a woman officiating a men's football match. She got the decision correct, but they thought she hadn't got the decision correct, and they then they didn't realize the cameras were still going, had this sexist conversation.
Mad sexist.
When was this? What year was this?
This is like 10. Yeah, this is like 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago.
You know they've got female referees in the World Cup for the first time this year.
In Qatar?
Qatar, yeah.
Good luck. They best be wearing a hijab.
They're from Essex, that's the way I would jump. But no, it's interesting though, like this whole Qatari World Cup.
That was my moral dilemma for this week.
Yeah, we're bringing back more. If you've not listened before, we used to have a segment where me and Elliot would both share a moral dilemma that's been troubling us over the week, and then we ponder on it, and then we decide the ethics of it. And Elliot has a moral quandary.
Yeah,
about the World Cup.
I really don't agree with it. I really am.
What element specifically?
I don't like the way football is so corrupt now. And I see people just turning an eye to what is actually quite disgusting. Like Saudi Arabia shouldn't be able to own Newcastle United, and they do. Before anyone's like, no, it's not. They're a Saudi-backed company that have just their third kit is the Saudi Arabia
that's so
kit.
brazen.
They're not even trying to hide it, really. And it's the same with Man City and stuff. I know you can go, well, what about this? But
PSG.
Yeah, but like the whataboutisms are starting to. I have real problems as well with whataboutisms because
they're never genuine. It's a deflection technique.
Yeah, and it's like when people go, keep politics out of football, yeah. And firstly, if you're any real sports fan, you know that politics is the biggest part of sport.
Yeah.
That's why Muhammad Ali is amazing, because it's not just what he conquered, it's the challenges he faced outside of boxing as well.
Mad hated at the time though. It's only retrospectively that, in the 80s and 90s, people are like, oh my gosh, what a legend, but they hated that man at the time.
Yeah, so when people are like, well, there's no place for politics in football, it's just about the game. That's untrue, because it's completely an emotionally tied game.
And why are we wearing poppies on the shirt then? You know what I mean? Like things like that.
Bro, I watched All Quiet on the Western Front yesterday, yeah?
Fucking hell, man. It's an old school movie.
No, the new one. I didn't watch that black and white one.
Oh, okay, I didn't even know the meaning.
It was good. And I said to Darcy while watching it, I was like, because World War One was all about basically colonization. It was basically the empires of Europe making allegiances with each other, and it was really about who's going to own what and where. So it was the Ottoman Empire, the British Empire, the German Empire, Belgium, France, all these colonial empires, right? White working class people suffered just as much under that because they ended up having to fight in World War One and dying at the Somme. Like when we talk about colonization, it's always done in this way where it's just done as like we talk about it with whether it be Africa or bits of the Middle East. But
Asia.
But Asia, yeah. But the white working class, they weren't benefiting from it. They weren't. They weren't going, hey guys, here's the money from all those people we stole.
Let's share it.
Here you go.
Yeah.
They were just like, get the fuck in the factory. Get in the factory, you scumbag. But sir, mother's been chopped up. You don't need a mother. You've got me. Now get to work, little un.
I don't remember that version of Oliver Twist, bro. I think you watched the alternative one. But no, I hear what you're saying. I think it is disingenuous when people tell footballers to not be political. But are you judging them for going and playing?
No, I don't judge the footballers for going to play. I don't judge people for watching the Qatari World Cup. I think all of that that's in my head. It's like, well, yeah, there's this major event that the World Cup, especially for British, we have a few American listeners, and I don't think Americans quite understand the World Cup is probably so culturally iconic here.
It's huge.
It's in school. You stop lesson to watch an England game.
Yeah.
We had an Australian teacher in my school, and when the World Cup was on, she would just stick the World Cup on when Australia were first in it in, I think, 2006 in the Germany one. So, they were, and that was allowed in school. Oh, you're from here and your team's playing. Your class watched the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's
it means so much to the players as well. You see those videos of them celebrating. It's like they've been put in this situation in the first place. Why are they having to be spokesperson for gay rights, migrant rights? That's not their responsibility they kick a ball, that's their job.
Yeah, and they should go represent the country. And the fact that they're like, they've had to come out and go, yeah, no rainbow flags, none of this is Qatar. Show respect, which in a weird way, right? This is always my thing with that stuff. I'm like, I kind of, all right, well, if they want to all live their life that way, if the rulers of Qatar want everyone to live their life, I very much disagree with it, but they've got their space to do it. So I'm not going to fight the battle for Qatar to become the center of the LGBT plus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they shouldn't be then handed a World Cup.
Yeah, I think if you've opened yourself up to host this international tournament, then these basic human rights for a month, you're going to have to abide by them. Do you know what I mean? Because this
Just
is
for a month.
This for a month.
Just for a month.
They want.
Then you can go back to your fucking stonings and stuff.
I feel bad for the gay Qataris are going to use that month, have their fun, and then everyone's left.
But just huffing poppers on the street and bumming each other senseless.
Oh shit! And then everyone's left now.
Let's not lie. There's no gay people don't like football anyway, don't they?
Joseph, what's his name? There's a Joseph Parsons.
Yeah,
big football fan. Has a stand-up show about football.
Is he gay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
no, I was just doing it.
He's the one. He's the one.
He's the one.
He's the one. We'll get him on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I would understand if it was like for gay people, it was like the World Cup of musicals or something and it was being held in Qatar.
And then it's like, guys, come on.
Qatar can't hold the Tony Awards.
No.
It's and then ban gay people. It's not on.
That's against the rules.
We can't give the Tony Awards to Qatar. And everyone's there. There's no business like show business. And hey, cut that out.
No more jazz hands. What you doing? Put those down.
No, but what other things? Imagine we just started making Qatar. That should be the punishment. We just start making them host gay events.
Eurovision.
So they have to. So like gay people can get away with being gay.
Yeah.
So they should host the Tony Awards.
Eurovision. What else? What else is gay?
New season of RuPaul.
RuPaul Drag Race Qatar. RuPaul Drag Race Doha. What a fucking episode that would be.
That'd be fucking amazing, man.
They'll just you can't see because they're all in the carbs, so they just have to guess. They just have to. Oh, I imagine you look nice.
Yeah, you did well in your makeup, I guess. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's. I mean, I'll still watch it. I'm not excited about it, but
There's no excitement for it. It's me and my dad were talking about this. There's none of that like woo the World Cup, but that also partly might be to do that. We know England aren't going to win.
they're a bit shit.
And it's
this
the middle of the season anyway, so everyone's still thinking about the season. Our team.
It's so funny to watch something so blatantly corrupt.
Is there a bit of a liberal sort of blindsidedness in terms of we do business with Qatar, we do business with Saudi Arabia and a bunch of other things. Why is the World Cup the line?
Because it's like, I understand we do business with them because the way things is with oil and things like that and natural resources. And I think those countries, like with the sports washing and everything like that, are trying to
Try their image.
Yeah, but to host a World Cup and then literally like have them come out and go, look, no fucking like no benders are coming in, like basically say that, like, and that's what they're like basically saying. They're just coming out outright like, this is our country, respect it. We don't want any of that shit. It's like, well, this isn't a place capable of hosting a tournament. And every week, there's rainbow flags and a knee being taken in football, poppies. It's all for show. Like, the rainbow flag on the corner, why? Like, we don't need that in football.
But maybe we do. Maybe somebody needs to see it.
But it's not about... It's when companies do this with LGBT stuff, yeah? It's what annoys me about the left, especially, like, the new left, is... trains have rainbow flags on them.
Okay, yeah.
Why?
Because it's pro-gay train.
No. Do you know what's pro-gay? Lower rail fare. That helps everyone. That helps gay people as well.
Yeah.
They just put a rainbow flag on a train, then hike up the prices, and are like, but look, we're a company. No one's ever gone, I used to hate the puffs, and then I saw the 1753 at Grantham had a rainbow flag on it, and it really made me reevaluate everything.
If they were really allies, there'd be a gay rail card as well.
There would be a gay rail card. They get their carriage with a little disco ball going around. There's a drag queen singing. This is really on the side of gay people, but also some of the most homophobic. Like, this is too strong.
It's top tier stereotypes.
Disco ball.
Disco ball.
There's a little disco ball. They're all.
What is this? Studio 67?
They're all doing GHB.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like some drug liquid, GHB.
Okay, what does it do? Makes you gay?
Yeah, it makes you mad horny and that.
Okay.
Yeah, they do them at chemsex parties.
What's a chemsex party? I feel like I'm learning today.
Bro, have you never...
The answer's going to be no.
Nah. I was going to say, there's someone in comedy, if you ever sit in a green room with them, like they're a proper laugh. I won't say who, but if you ever sit in a green room with them and they're gay and they'll start telling you some stories, like you might as a straight man have a story like, oh, once I had a threesome or I pulled two girls in one. You might have those stories. We ain't got nothing on the gays.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't got nothing on the gays. Two gays, that's like Monday morning. Like, gay men live the straight men fantasy.
Yeah, because it's other men. And yeah, that makes sense.
So like chemsex parties are these parties where gay people will go and they just like do shit tons of drugs and just have an orgy.
Just gay people, anyone can go.
Well, I think anyone can go. I had a mate who went who ended up going because a couple girls were going and being like, oh my God, let's see it. And then he was just there kind of watching it and was like, all right, fucking hell.
This bit's too much for me.
He just stood in a corner and just did loads of coke and then went home.
Yeah. It's funny. You
You're
can
a philosophy podcast.
You can stand in the corner at an orgy and you're the weird one. I think.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah. You're the one bringing the vibes down. But no, I don't know, man. The world is fucked in it, man.
It is.
Football's fucked. It's like a microcosm of society in general, man. And everyone's like, fuck the Saudis until, they buy your football club. But then, even then, I feel bad for the fans.
I'll
'Cause it's
stop.
not their fault.
Would you stop supporting your team if actually because you're a Chelsea fan? You
Well, we had like an innocent Russian man. He minded his own business, and he was unfairly kicked out.
He was. I would be if I was a Chelsea fan. I would be pissed off about that.
Yeah, he was doing fine, and then like, how is Ukraine better? That Russian Ibrahimovic can't fucking
Russian Ibrahimovic.
fucking say Roman Ibrahimovic.
Roman Abramovich. Russian Ibrahimovic. Did you think he was just called Russian? Did you just call him Russian Abramovich?
It helps me remember.
Russian Abramovich.
But he would just fucking Ukraine's not better. He can't buy a player. You know?
Maybe it is. What if he was gonna buy a player and send him to the front line for Russia?
That's even better then. You got pace on the front line, 99 pace on the front line.
Oh no, we couldn't send the player with 99 pace to the Russian front line.
No, okay, yeah, that's true.
No, I don't think the Russians would be too happy if Raheem Sterling turns up. Like just did the little Raheem Sterling run.
The dinosaur.
Raheem Sterling on the front line for Russia, bro.
End product terrible. You know what I mean? But what do you think you'd ever get to a point where you would, if football got worse, would you leave it?
Yeah, I'd start supporting a lower league team.
Shit though.
Yeah, I know. It was. I'd have done it with the Super League. If the Super League happened, I would. I don't like football enough, and like I love football. I enjoy going. I enjoy everything about it. The social aspect. The World Cup. The World Cup should be a great time, and it's probably not going to be. And I find that really sad because it's a thing. It's just like anything that happens. In society, like you said, it's a microcosm. You have something you love, and then it becomes profitable, and they ruin it. They have to suck every penny out of it. Let's create this league. Let's do this. Let's change the way the Champions League works so we can have more games for more of this. And you just destroy a thing I love. And I know there might be people listening going, "Oh, I didn't know this was a football podcast." It happens to everything. It's the music industry. It's the comedy industry now. Like you want to go do Edinburgh. Do you want to do it properly? That's like 5-6K.
You sound like your dad a bit. Very pro-socialism.
I'm pro-socialism, man. I am. I'm like, that's why I don't like the modern left, because if you do something that benefits everyone, it benefits everyone. Do you know what I mean?
It's the idea.
I'm not going lower rail fare or you look at Britain as a country and we talk about it's a good country, it's great, right? But you should be able to get from one bit to the other relatively cheaply. That helps people get to work, that opens up jobs, that means more people can do more things and it comes convenient. And having a rail system is a very important part of that because we need to be greener moving through to the future. And instead it's just run for profit and it's run for this and it doesn't
And it's
work.
still shit.
It doesn't work.
What's the pros and cons of nationalisation?
There's definitely like the same way if the government don't run it properly,
Yeah, it's still gonna be shit.
it's still going to be shit. But if you look at Japan's rail system's privatized,
Okay, yeah.
but their system is like, because the Japanese, it's like it's a great honor to run this. Don't you dare fuck it up.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's like run it if you want.
Japanese, they push them on with like a broom.
Yeah,
Really stuff them in the train and that.
bro. Japan, like them man, they're fucking on it, bro.
There was something like last year, like 5 trains were like 1 minute late or something, like, and that was all of the delays. Like, they didn't have any delays or something. Like on average, they have trains are like 1 minute late on average.
And so, do you know what else? Yeah, this is going to sound fucked up, but this is a testament to Japan. Yeah, lot of suicides in Japan.
Yeah.
Never in front of trains.
Yeah.
Take themselves to the woods. Here, people love throwing.
Paul to film it. Yeah.
Yeah. People love throwing themselves under a train in this country and fucking up everyone's day.
Yeah.
Delays.
Exactly, it does, and I get it. Like, if I was going to do it, I would like to fuck up everyone in rush hour's day.
You'd be an attention seeking.
Oh no, I'd do it at home like a gentleman.
How would you do it? No, that's that's not.
Oh, let me get the notes on my phone.
Let's not do that. But you're talking about Japan being together and very organized. That's because I feel like they have a national unity we don't have that in this country, man. I'm looking at this. I'm a Celebrity. Matt Hancock's in there, and he's like, I guess I just came in here for forgiveness. And you see people online being like, "Oh, Matt, I forgive you." It's like we're so weak.
I know he should.
Oh, I've come on here for forgiveness. Let me take £400,000 at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a good mate on I'm a. We've got two good friends on I'm a Celebrity.
Baba Tunde and Sean Bush.
Yeah.
Big up.
Sean, who's been on this podcast,
Yeah,
could have given us an exclusive, but decided not to. So
You would have lost out on some big money
So
for BTEC exclusives.
Don't tell him that. Yeah, I mean, what did you make when Baba Tunde and Sean told you they were going in?
Baba told me I was going in. I was like, you know what? I can see it. You know,
I can see Baba in there. Yeah, Baba
you go on tour afterwards. You build. That's this new world now. I think he's gonna get hella Instagram followers. He can use that, monetize off that, go on tour, sell out his tour, and then the percentage of people who are like proper middle England, I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah.
This is not for me. You still keep a good core.
I would say Baba, he's naturally charismatic, funny enough, and a good stand-up.
Yeah.
Like he'll maintain that family friendly. Like he can host. He can do. He's one of, you know, he can do all of that stuff. I would say you or I going in there would be.
No, I wouldn't do that.
No,
well.
No, you wouldn't do well. I wouldn't do well.
Bubbly.
Also, it's all set up.
How do
Like
you
a
mean?
lot of it, like they go, you go talk to them go talk to you. They have a narrative that they want to do while you're in there. I've known people who've been on it and they're like, yeah, something will happen in the camp. You'll come out and you'll be talking to people like, what'd you make of that bit? And people are like, we didn't even know that happened. And they'll be like, oh right, there's loads of stuff like that.
Yeah, but I just think like we're so weak in terms of we can't ever have a revolution in this country just because the people they're not serious.
We're subservient, man. We're the thing with.
Is it too forgiving though? Is that what we do? Are we forgiving Matt Hancock?
No.
Should he be forgiven?
I think this is the thing with Britain, and this is why I love it. But it's also like I enjoy embracing it. British people just want to have a laugh. Like that's Britain's thing is let's have a laugh, and so we don't mind anything as long as it's a bit of a laugh.
Who's laughing now though?
No, but people don't mind someone if they're a bit of a laugh. Jeremy Clarkson is clearly probably a bit of a cunt to be around, but he's a bit of a laugh.
But look at the times we're living in. Like the health secretary from last year, where thousands of people died probably because of his, bad running of the NHS and whatnot. And now he's been able to get a nice check on I'm a Celebrity, and he's going to leave that, maybe do a nice little book tour. And it's like, really, shouldn't we still be on their necks? Because now, you telling me Boris is not going to get to I'm a Celebrity level of forgiveness or fucking, I don't know. I just feel like we need to be more like the French who just tear shit up.
Yeah, for no reason.
It's completely self-interested. He went on there to promote dyslexia as well. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, well, I was just putting those on to see if I could hear the music. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. But yeah, he went on there to raise awareness about dyslexia. He hasn't mentioned it once, apparently.
What do you mean raise?
Exactly.
Raises. What were people not aware of dyslexia?
I guess not, but that's why he said he went on it. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Yeah, we're not.
What do you mean dyslexia? What does he fucking? He gets confused with words? Does he just gets confused by
Yes,
things?
he's dyslexic, yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Why he
fucked up the NHS?
Yeah. Is that why he ended up fucking shagging another woman in a broom closet because he thought it was his wife?
Grabbing a bunda.
He was grabbing the bunda, very much so. Am I dyslexic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's all right.
Would you not go on I'm a Celebrity to promote it?
I would go. I think anything I've been on is to promote dyslexia. I think people can tell very quickly there's a lot of special educational needs problem being promoted by anything that I'm on. I was bottom set at school for everything, man.
Really?
Yeah, I was bottom set for a lot.
Because you weren't trying, or would you did you try ever?
I just didn't test well. So I was intelligent, but I wouldn't do well on tests. And then eventually I ended up doing, I put a bit of effort in and I was in top set English and all that.
Oh, yeah?
But they just kicked me out of maths.
Is this the sexist incident?
No, she was an English teacher. She was a bit of a cunt, though, that teacher. She was one of those humorless fucks of a teacher.
Yeah.
To put it politely.
The humorless.
You know those teachers that are humorless fucks.
Human being.
I used to have one called Miss Lovejoy. She's the biggest humorless. Her and Miss Jameson are the biggest humorless fucks I've ever met.
Just naming names.
Shame and shame.
Miss Lovejoy of Harris Academy, Crystal Palace.
Her son might be listening.
Well, her son will agree with me. She was so... One time I did fuck up, yeah, because like... oh, bro, one of the greatest pars I've ever seen of a teacher, my mate Jacob, we had 3 different history teachers for some reason in 6th form. And my mate asked a question about something and she clearly didn't have the answer. So she went, that's a fascinating question, Jacob. Why don't we stay behind and I'll discuss it with you afterwards. That's what he said. But she didn't say it in a mean way. She was like, oh, I'll find out the answer. And bro, this 16-year-old went to her teacher, yeah. He went, I'm not going to give up any of my free time to spend it sat with you. And she just pretended she didn't hear it. And just carried on to trying to teach the lesson. And everyone was like dying laughing. And she just carried on trying to teach the lesson. Being a teacher looks horrible, man.
That's so unnecessary.
It was a proper, like, it was so funny. Like, because she was only probably about 26 as well. She was like, oh man, I remember it was just like you were dying at there. Just I'm not gonna give up. Why would I give up any of my free time to spend it with you? And like, but it was the way he delivered it. Like, it was so shocked.
You know, kids are shits. They're like, oh
No, it wasn't even that. It was just like everyone was like, oh, like this is horrible.
my pearls. Yeah,
She was like, anyway, so the Tudors.
yeah.
Literally, it's just like, yeah. So Cardinal Wolsey, he was.
If I was a teacher, I'd definitely cry in the car.
Would you?
Yeah, man. It's just,
Oh, I couldn't teach.
teaching like an academies are the worst because those are all the kids that are like gonna go to prison and shit.
No, this one was decent. Harris Academy, Crystal Palace, is decent. It's like, look,
Direct suits to school.
no, you had to wear a suit.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I went to
Like a bow tie, like black as well.
No, you don't. No,
Benders.
yeah. No, you don't have to turn up as a black. It's like the
My brother.
yeah. What kind of South London school are they asking you to come in as a member of the Nation of Islam? And those, what are they called? Those hats? Those.
Oh, the kente.
Yeah. Come in. Do you imagine? No, this place was like pretty cool. It was pretty. It was near my mum's. It was more middle class. Like you like have to test to get in and things like that. And I got in because my mum worked at the other site. Because my whole life's based on nepotism.
Jeez.
And
Man like Ellie.
I got kicked out within 4 months.
Really?
Yeah, I fucked it all up.
Where'd you go after that?
Into stand-up. 6 weeks unemployed, which was one of the worst 6 weeks of my life.
Oh shit! You never had a job.
No, I have. I've worked on like building sites and things like that.
Really?
Yeah, a few days here and there.
Damn. But 16, you were like, I'm stand up now.
Yeah. Well, what was funny is I started ending up getting paid for stand-up quite quickly, but not big money at all. But like enough that I was earning money to be like, my parents were like, all right, well, if he was going to go to uni and not earn money anyway, like, or he was going to do an apprenticeship or something, it might as well be this. Like, it might as well, you know.
Did they ever put a pressure on timeline on you?
No, not really. I wouldn't say they have. Definitely not. I still live with my dad's, but they're, you know, I'm starting to make a bit of money now and put money away.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Is like now is like, all right, don't fucking, just because you have money doesn't mean you need to spend it.
I want to buy a Gucci jumper for the O2 show.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But I'm feeling guilty. Maybe it's like poor people growing up poor.
Write down to me how much you're making for the O2 show, and I'll tell you if you.
I actually don't know, you know.
Oh, do you not? Probably best not. You'll be on all right. It's not gonna be 50 quid, is it?
Nah, for sure. It'll be decent. And if not, I just double after. You know what I mean?
You're gonna double up with that O2. Oh yeah. Mike, could you get me on early? I've got Wembley. I've got to get a Wembley.
But I don't know, man. But I'm trying to like find a reason to be like, you know what? This jumper is gonna be like a manifestation of all the hard work and where I've got to, and that's gonna be the reason why I'm buying this jumper. But am I just putting capitalism and trying to give it meaning?
I think so, but I know what you mean, because I really want to drive like a fucking BMW M3 and have multiple Stone Island jumpers and Gucci tracksuits and all of this shit. What do I need that for?
'Cause it looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah,
it does look good.
Guess
you know.
give bitches.
That's why I'm kind of glad I never earned. Jamali said it in the group yesterday, didn't he? He was like, Elliot over 30k, like it would be. He's like, Elliot can never have a job that earns over that.
Yeah.
Like it's just too. He was like, you would be reckless with money.
Yeah. You reckon you'd be buying stuff for trying to fill a hole?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But I don't know. Like my goal would be, I just want to like own a little flat in Brixton or something, live south, comfortable, have my stuff. You know what I mean? But I just want to be at the point where I can go for meals and drinks. That's my main thing. Like after shows, be like, I want to go for dinner. Like fucking like Sloss, man, has it so like made where he's like, where he goes to show, he goes to the bar, he goes plays the night. Like when we were in Liverpool, like went to the arcade beforehand and we're just having a few drinks, hanging out there, got some drinks, went to the show, had a few more drinks, did the show. Show's great afterwards. Like let's go get some drinks, let's go get some dinner. That kind of like.
Sounds like you want alcohol.
Yeah, do you know what? I ain't drunk in 2 weeks, innit?
Because you're on a fight soon.
Yeah, Sunday. And then...
Okay, so how you feeling?
Yeah, good. I went and did a sauna in a steam room today.
Fuck, man. I wish I
Relaxing.
could have done that.
Just chilling. I'm in a calm headspace now.
I thought, because we started this podcast 1 p.m, I thought Elliot said 11 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
So I got here early. And I tried to book a sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a pod that you fill with salt water and you just sit in there for an hour. And then eventually, because you're floating, you kind of lose where the body ends and when the water begins.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that and try and become one with myself. But it wasn't open, so I just went to prep. And then, I did that instead.
You're like, do you have a sink I can bathe?
That fucking killed me. Yeah, we haven't got any. Yeah, you have a bottle of water there. Give me a sachet of salt. I'll give it a go.
We'll make it work. Now we should do that though. B-Tech episode in the sensory deprivation.
Oh my God! Fuck it! Right,
We should all do it and then come right here and record an episode.
that is a fucking Patreon. Because we got money in the Patreon account, right? And we're trying to figure out how to use it. We're looking for things to buy, getting things done up on this podcast. I've been having a few meetings about what we should do to take this podcast further for our listeners, and all of that, right? Make it start looking fucking like proper and shit. That is what we're fucking doing for an episode. We're going to do sensory deprivation, and then we're coming straight here and doing an episode of the podcast. All three of us.
We'll just be at one with ourselves, man. I'm just looking for that oneness, Elliot.
You're missing something in life, man.
I feel like I am. Is it noticeable?
Yeah, you're talking about oneness and buying. You're playing the O2 and you need a Gucci top to make you feel happy for it. It's very apparent that.
I thought I was making subtle hits. No one knows my sadness. I leave like, Michael really bummed me out.
The guest this week was Michael's dad. That's why he's not here. And then Mike's up. Sorry, man.
That was a low blow. that was low. Okay.
We've been having a really nice chat. And I've just proper from the podcast.
Okay.
Are you alright? What's up, man?
Invite your mum on, but we don't know which one's going to turn up. We just
the TV's just ripped off the wall. Fucking, there's just a tub of it, a tub of pills in the fucking.
All right, let's calm it down. Let's calm it down.
Hey, we're having fun. This is what we do on the Patreon episodes.
But what was I saying? Yeah, man, I just need to find something, man. I've been looking up. I might convert. I might go Islam, bro.
Islam?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I live next to a mosque, man. Them guys in the...
So it's about what's closest.
It's convenient.
So much coming.
if there was a synagogue next to me, I'd turn up. In my Yeezys, yeah.
Turning up with bricks.
But I like...
But imagine 1 week had to be like, imagine it ever came out, like just happened on the football. I'd be like, yeah, we've had to cut Mike loose from B-Tech. He started bricking synagogue. Nobody saw it coming.
I just want to talk.
Sorry.
No, I'm talking. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you're thinking of convert. Have you been religious before in your life?
Well, just growing up, you go to your local church.
Yeah. What's that like?
Well, them black churches, Pentecostal, like, I think that's what maybe put me off it when I was younger. It's them 3-4 hour services. It'd be a long time. And
Is it Church of England?
nah, it's just like black Pentecostal church. Well, it's not black, but
What is like? I don't really understand. Like, what is it? What like Bible do they read from?
the same Bible, but it's just like,
King James Bible?
yeah,
Okay.
just more flavor in the presentation. And,
Oh, really?
like, gospel. You sing like gospel choirs and then and drums, and it's more of a exciting, but it's just long.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was going to football on Sunday, and I walked past a Korean church, and I wanted to go inside, just to see what it was like. So I don't know. Yeah, you don't know what to do that information.
No, I could say where I'm going in my head. Fuck it. Have you ever seen? Like, I was just thinking, like, if like loads of black people started going to Korean churches, yeah, like I don't know. I know what I know about like the wars between the Asian communities.
I did think that. I was like, how welcome would I? How much of the service is just a preacher going like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that clip from the LA riots where the Koreans go on top of the corner shop with the guns? It's famous from the LA riots, right? There's this Korean mini market, and the Koreans were like, "You're not burning our, like, you're not looting our store."
You know the LA riot started?
Rodney King.
That, and there was a little black girl. She bought something, and then owner shot her in the back.
Fucking hell! Oh,
So Korean shop owner shot her in the, I don't know if she was stealing or he thought she was stealing. But he went straight to his gun, shot her in the back. I don't know if she died or not. But then that just kind of combined with the police brutality. Some people were like, well, this is like a side quest. We've got a side quest on GTA.
I don't think you're gonna last in a mosque, bro. It's like comparing little girls getting shot.
No, the black
Hey, if you want to level up a bit more, like, you can go to the next area. But I suggest you look around, like in the video.
Are you sure? But yeah, man, I don't know.
So you're looking for something like
I don't know if it's religion. Maybe maybe I'm one of those people who just like takes a little bit from each one. I think it's hard to commit to
religious buffet.
Yeah, just like let me see what this one's saying. A bit of the Buddhist movement and all of that. You know, mixing with the meditation and the sensory.
So you're gonna find things. Are you gonna like not be haram?
What is covered under haram? Is that like just pork? Is it anything sin?
I don't know. Should we look it up? Yeah, I remember learning about Islam in school, because you remember in like religious class in school, they would be like, talk about one religion, not Christianity. So the other one we're teaching you about, and I always used to like answer with Buddhism or something. I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't mind failing that. I failed religious studies. Oh no.
So what do you want to know about haram?
Yeah. What's
covered?
Yeah. What's on?
Oh, it's pork-related products, alcohol, gambling, pornography.
Oh, bro.
That's like Champions League of.
Oh,
that's my Sunday.
That's yeah. Oh my god.
That's Champions League of sins right there. That's like original classic. Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, United.
That is
of sins.
That is some bad sins to be losing. You know.
I don't gamble anyway. Some shit at it.
Right.
I don't actually know how odds work, so I just don't do it.
Yeah, I love a bit of gambling.
Yeah. So I don't know. But that's not porn. No. It'd be tough.
Yeah, you watch. Well, what kind of you were telling me and Nico the kind of porn you watched last week.
Oh, well, this is good advertisement potentially. There's a website called Belissa. Can we get up on the screen?
Can we get Melissa up? Should we get it up?
No.
No, go on, get it up and don't put it on the screen, but tell me what's on there. Like don't show it to the viewers.
Belissa, what's it called?
Belissa, porn for women.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
You know this one?
Yeah. I've seen this one.
It's
let me just go have a look.
Yeah, go. It's like
it looks pretty like normal.
It's very sensual, more type videos.
Like class.
What are you looking at?
Porn. We're looking at porn. Michael. What did you expect?
Lucas was like, it looks very normal. And the first thing I see is an advertisement of someone getting ragged out and like juices flying everywhere.
That was you came in at the wrong time.
And Lucas just said, it looks very normal. Like I just saw.
I wish you could see the whole thing because like the setup to it is they're recording a podcast and then they
Yeah, that's a series they've got.
What the fuck?
They have like.
Oh no, it's always a blind date. It's a blind date, but
Blind
it looks like
date.
they're recording a podcast.
Yeah,
They've
the
got microphones and headphones.
Blind Date. They've got lots of different series and it's very classy.
Yeah, no, I've seen this website. I used to watch this with my my ex. We used to watch this one because it's ethical, apparently.
Right, yeah.
Takes the fun out of it, though, don't it?
Watching porn with your girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Do you find Lucas, that women sometimes watch more fucked up porn than men? Because some of the
How would we know?
Yeah, I've never.
I've like been with a few girls who like when they've told me like what kind of porn they watch, I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah. Do you know
Like,
what? There's
mad shit.
a couple years where the top porn was incest porn. I feel that's women. I feel like women are doing. I don't know why.
You can, yeah, I think it is in the UK still. You can go by like a region. Let me find it. There's like a region thing where you find out.
Bruv, Lucas is fucking on it, bro. I've never seen him kick to life more.
You start talking about porn. I'm like, I know this shit.
Oh my god, imagine
Mate, I've done my 10,000 hours.
we should get a porn star on the podcast. If there's any porn stars out listening.
Look up gay porn statistics in Qatar.
Qatar.
Oh yeah.
Okay, do you want to hear that or the UK?
Yeah,
Let's do
Yeah.
and then
Well,
just fucking throw this laptop in a river.
Imagine Mooch comes in and he's like, where's the Mac? And we're like, we had to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not. You don't want it.
Oh, what they do free speech
So
in it.
it-
Imagine the stuff that I've watched.
Yeah. Oh, they do stuff like that. But so in the southeast, it's pissing. In the southwest, bondage. In Greater London, Indian. And then as you go more north,
Greater London Indian. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a wild guess at who's doing that.
yeah.
The Indians?
And then, and then
that's kind of racist of it. Why aren't they integrating?
Is it racist if you stick to white people?
If I stick to white people, nah. Why is that racist?
I don't know.
I suppose if I'm watching like what would be more racist if I was watching like, I guess like black girl, white guy.
yeah.
That would be more, racist.
I was having this discussion with one of my old driving instructors. He was
How many times you failed your test?
a couple times.
Why do you think you're failing your test?
I'm having talks about sort of segregation when, when I'm trying to do a roundabout. That's fine. Because
I'd love to do a 3.5.
because he was saying like he thinks people should stick to their own.
What colour is he?
But he's good at his job, and he was cheap. So
So you're with a neo-Nazi driving instructor going round Ilford or Dagenham or wherever.
yeah, but I use it to remember. Oh, this is where we talked about that. So this is where
So this is what you do in a box.
Yeah.
Did he ever?
This is a one-way road, like the one race. Just like word association.
And when you get a zebra, slow down unless they're Asian.
He was really good at traffic lights because he could always see colour.
But we used to just have these chats, and I'm not offended by anyone saying their opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm not like the type that's going to try and change anyone's mind. So I'm just like, I'll hear what you have to say. But he was just like, certain races do it, and everyone's like, that's fine. Like a lot of Asian people stick to Asian people, Jewish people stick to Jewish people. But
Sort of, yeah.
a lot. I think you find like, but even then, like, I think mostly black people date black people. Like if you look at the numbers, it's like be like 90%. I think that, but I don't even know that's racist. That's just like people just stick to what they know.
Yeah, I mean, it's that thing, isn't it? Is it racist to go, if I went, I'm more attracted to blonde hair than brown hair, it's fine. But if I'm like, I find white women better looking, which I'm not like that at all. But if I was like, I find white women more attractive than other races, that makes you a racist. But that's a sexual preference.
That's just a preference. And I think as long as it's like you're not disparaging, being disrespectful to another race.
Yeah.
You're just allowed to have, because they're going to force you to fuck somebody you don't want to fuck? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I find I want to explore the world.
In my younger days, I wanted to suck a titty of every ethnicity, like of every continent.
Of every continent. What
Yeah,
are you
I
going to
think-
do when you get to Antarctica?
Penguin pit.
Yeah, you're going to have to fuck a penguin.
And then my tongue is
It's black
stuck
and
on it.
white, so it's...
But that was my younger days, so I don't know if every country.
Haram.
Yeah.
There you go.
Every country would be hard.
Every country is
But
difficult.
there's only like 7 continents.
7 continents is... I wonder... I've done it. Asia, Europe, America.
Okay. South America?
No, I don't think I have done South America.
Australasia?
Yes, Australasia.
Nice.
What other continents are there?
Africa?
Okay, yeah.
African origin?
I don't know. I don't want to go like how well when somebody like
The political
this is
correctness
now
of
this is
sucking
now the
titty.
political correctness of sucking a titty, isn't it? Like I don't know if I'm allowed to say if they're African.
Do you think that would make us complete if we can get all 7? Is that when we'll stop searching?
But who in Antarctica? Like nobody's from Antarctica.
Did they have to be from? Did they just?
I guess we have to rule Antarctica out.
But then I'll never be happy.
What if you did it in Antarctica?
I'd say that's cheating
I'd say 50 miles, 100 miles
from Antarctica.
from Antarctica.
Okay, but that's just the sea.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
So we're gonna have to
You think
rule.
mermaids are real?
No,
No. You don't believe in anything like that?
nah. I don't like even conspiracy theories now, anything like that. Just because conspiracy theorists are starting to get like really dangerous and dumb, I now
Yeah.
really step away from them. Like I watched this plane crash. Bro, you seen that video? Those 2 planes crashing in
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
Fucking wild, isn't it? You seen that?
Were there people in them? Or
Yeah.
Oh, obviously the pilots, but is it like commercial planes?
No, it's like they're doing it. It's an air show where there's always
Oh, yeah, I
crashes,
saw that,
and
man.
it's fucking mad. You know, I sent it into my lads group chat, and you know, everyone was like, "It's kind of cool though, isn't it?" Like,
I've never seen anything like that.
yeah, like that is like fucking hell. Like, obviously, like you know, people died and stuff, but you go, Jesus,
That
that's
stuff.
but that's wild. What was I gonna say? I forgot what my point was. Yeah, other than I saw a plane crash on Twitter.
Yeah, 'cause I was trying to go on the mermaid shit, and you just went.
Old people in the comments started being conspiracy theorists with it immediately, and I was like, not everything is a conspiracy. But do you believe in mermaids?
I guess not. It just wouldn't make sense. Is it a skirt, or is that their part of their body? The bottom half.
Well, it's not a skirt, is it? They live underwater.
How would you have sex with them?
Well, they have a fucking.
Well, they're not real. Obviously.
They'd have a fish pussy, I guess.
Just opens up.
Just opens up.
That's what I'm gonna go see the Little Mermaid for. I'm gonna bring 3D glasses. It's not even a 3D movie.
What are you hoping is going to happen? You hoping there's going to be a scene in a kids movie by Disney where
Not
where
like
Ariel's mermaid pussy opens
not
up?
spreading out, just like a slip.
Why would the costume designer? Do you think someone on set would be like, great costume, just why have you sewn a pussy into the?
Oh, Disney animators are notoriously horny. Look at every Pixar man with a fat ass.
Yeah, they are ridiculous, aren't they?
So you know they could just put something in for the real OG Disney horny people. That would make me complete. And just-
What? Seeing a mermaid pussy?
yeah, that's what I need. That's what I'm searching for, man.
I could look it up on Bella, so if you
Yeah.
Yeah, look up if they got mermaid
They
porn.
definitely have mermaids. Cool, there's so much mermaid porn.
Do you know what?
I don't even need to look.
You said that to me like look at this fucking idiot.
Push your teeth.
Do you not know Rule 34? If it
Yeah.
exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, I don't judge anybody's kinks, right? But there's something about Simpson Family Guy porn. I'm just like, you fucking loser. The fuck you? Why do you want to see Marge get rammed by a poo? Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? It's degenerate behavior. Well, honestly,
I judge people who have foot fetishes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's minor.
You're one away from paedophilia, in my opinion.
Well, you've never seen a pretty foot before.
I don't do anything for. I'm not feet, and I'm not.
But you
feet.
notice when a foot's like, oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, when a foot's fucked up, yeah, then you got fucked up feet.
Yeah, but it's not like fucking an ear, where it's like there's no difference in a good ear and a bad ear.
Yeah, there is.
No one's really. Oh, look at her ears.
There's probably people who are.
Like if she's wearing sandals, you're like, oh, she got amazing feet.
You got a foot thing.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
What about
You can admire them, but you don't need to sexualize them.
I don't need to put them in my mouth.
Yeah.
There's this website called Field.
Do you like how I dodged the question?
Yeah, bro. Have you? Yeah. Hold on.
yeah, let's
Have
go
you
back,
got
let's
a
go
foot?
back,
You've
let's
got
go
a foot thing, innit?
No.
No, you don't have a foot thing. What's your thing then, Lucas?
We don't have time for that. We've got. I'll look it up on Bellas. Showing, getting porn up on podcasts. That's my thing.
Yeah, he's avoiding the question because it's something.
No, I don't have anything weird.
Yeah,
I've sucked a few toes in my time, but I don't have a thing for feet.
No,
you know?
but when you got a
You know-
beautiful woman and you just want to I want to do everything.
Man,
You gotta try everything once.
Do you know what? I'm kind of vanilla. Like I genuinely am.
Would you eat booty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference between booty and toes?
I'm not saying there is, but I'm saying like there's a difference. I don't know. I'm kind of vanilla when it comes to.
Yeah, I say the same.
I'm not mad. Like you know when you find out like you'll meet someone and I'll be like just seem like a normal person. You're like, they go like or like you were talking about Field and they go on Field and then fucking get a load of blokes to come around and double penetrate them or something. And you're like,
Something
Jesus
weird.
Christ, like what the fuck? Or, yeah.
There always be something weird like come in this teacup and then throw it on me.
Yeah, something just like a fucking like a British bukkake or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it's called, but it sounds like it, innit?
British bukkake.
British bukkake. And yeah, I don't know, like I'm just not like any of that stuff. I'm like,
Okay, so that's one sin that we've covered
Alright.
pretty well. What's the most you've ever lost gambling?
probably when I go Vegas in a few months. I'll take $300 to
Planning.
lose.
300?
Yeah, to lose. To gamble with. Like that's pure gambling. I'm like, once I lose that 300, I'm done
Yeah,
gambling.
no, I don't think so.
Do you I could fucking
Bro,
I
there's
could
no
sit-
windows in
What'd
that
you play?
place.
When I'm out there, roulette.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love roulette.
Roulette's fun.
I like fucking proper walking away even when you win feeling like a loser because you should stay more.
Yeah.
Like I love, but I put like a $5 on the football on the weekend. I'd won like 50 quid a few weeks ago. So I just kept that in my Betfair account and would just bet like to make
It's
a
just
game
fun, innit?
exciting.
Yeah.
But I don't.
You can lose a lot on roulette though.
Have you lost a lot on roulette?
I don't play much roulette. I play blackjack.
How much you
Ooh,
lost?
that's a fun one.
I've never lost like a lot of money.
Oh, you got the hot hand, man. You got the lucky
I'm
streak.
pretty lucky. Yeah.
I lost
I
like
don't play that much, but when I played, I've won.
60 quid's the most I'd say I've lost.
That's calm.
Yeah.
If you'd spend
time
that
when
much on an evening out, then it's like,
Yeah.
There was no reason for me to spend that 60 quid. I was literally waiting to do a gig.
oh okay.
Like, and it was when I was like
yeah, that's
20.
fun. That's
But I don't fuck with gambling because I know.
Yeah.
Like I gamble, but I don't go. My week depends on this.
yeah.
It can like overtake your mind. I remember one time I won like $300 and that like paid my rent for like half a month, like a few weeks, and then I was googling like how to become a professional blackjack player.
Yeah.
Like, can you become a professional blackjack player? And I'm like, that's a slippery slope.
But that's the thing. I think if you win when you first do it, you're like, well, this is easy. I think if you lose when you
but then
first do
lose.
it, yeah. What, you gambled much?
If I went in Vegas, I would just do the slot machines.
Really?
You know, I'm a loser. But you see them old people there. It's so hypnotic.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Yeah, I do that, man.
You wouldn't. The thing is, the people I'm going with have all been to Vegas before, so they.
You suiting and booting for the casino.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a suit for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a suit for it, absolutely. And but the people because the people I'm going with have all been before. They're like, oh, we've done it. So it's a bit of a weird dynamic because they're all like, they go, oh, once you've done the gambling and the drinking and all of that shit for 2 days, you're kind of bored. They go, it's actually quite. Because
There's nothing else.
there's nothing else. Yeah,
You
there's-
don't even need to leave your hotel because there's a casino in the hotel.
Yeah.
So
Have you
it's-
been?
Yeah. I was there last summer.
really.
Wow.
It was mad. I loved it.
Yeah.
How much you lose?
I didn't lose anything.
No.
Did you make that what you won, or
Yeah.
So you guys stick to one game?
I played blackjack and roulette. Yeah,
how much do you have to bet on the roulette? Like, what's minimum?
$5 I think.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Do you know what, man? I don't want to start gambling because, like, I don't have a problem with it. So I don't want to like tempt myself and start
Should we
a
go?
new addiction.
Should we like go sensory deprivation tank and then go casino and really really see what that's like? Like we go sensory deprivation and then we go rail a load of coke and fucking. and put it all on one number.
You know what? Like,
Life is about balance.
the depth tank will focus your mind. So when you're at the table, you're like,
I
and you
feel
can
the
keep that
universe.
neutral face when you're playing
For roulette.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping that. Yeah, I don't know. Gambling, it's insidious. Like we said, we'd never allow a gambling sponsor on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, give it time. But.
I know. Give it.
But,
They'll pay you in chips.
Yeah, bro. They pay well, those gambling sponsors. But I know too many lads who've.
It's so scary
got a
though. 'Cause
problem with it.
it's like it's the one where like nobody would be able to tell until like you've lost your house.
It's so insidious. It's so. I find it so disgusting, man. Like how gambling's allowed to be advertised and all that. You know, talk about the Qatar World Cup. Fucking Sky Sports. You watch Soccer Saturday, and they're doing gambling.
Winston, fucking don't bet too much.
Yeah.
I don't know what he says.
Yeah, when they try to when you need a break, take a break. You've just shown me I can solve all of my life's
The
problems.
most triggering things for a gambler you've shown them, and he just be like, but don't do it too much.
It's fucking man. I know like people who just they'll go when they're on the toilet, they just open up their gambling app and just start having to go on a roulette and stuff. And
Do you consider buying lottery tickets gambling?
Yeah, but it's so out of the odds. Gambling, I don't think it's.
Scratch cards, but I used to do that a lot.
I
I used to get one every time I came to work here.
Yeah, bro, Luca, you got like a few problems, you know. Every week he says something on this pod, and I'm like, oh, bro, are you all right? What's going on? You subscribe to OnlyFans.
He's got the soul sadness I thought I had.
Yeah,
His one's actually
Lucas,
soul.
are you all right, man? Like, what's going on?
I've kicked all of it. I don't.
Kicked all of it? You're 21. What do you mean you've kicked all of it?
Doing comedy as well, yeah, man.
Yeah,
all your vices, man.
Yeah.
Comedy is tragedy plus time.
Dude, do you know what's funny, right? I used to do all of, I'm not trying to be patrick, I used to do all of those things when I was in my 20s and fucking, like, early 20s and
I've not
stand
done
up.
them. I think that's part of.
That's why you got a little bit of the sadness in you, bro.
But you also live at your dad's house. I live at my mum's house.
Yeah.
How have you kind of set yourself free from? Because when you live at your, I think when you say it, but I feel like when you live at your parents' house into your late 20s, there's a part of you that can't help but feel like a kid still.
Oh, I feel like a loser.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like a kid. No, I feel abjectively like a loser.
I don't have a bedstand at the moment.
No, nor do I, bro. I was talking to Darcy about this. I was like, last night I got in my bed. I washed my sheets and that, yeah. And she was like, "You haven't put them back on the bed." I was like, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow."
It's a crack house. It's a crack house bed.
Bro. And she's like, I'm just like, you just don't like how minimalist I am.
That goes to show though, like you don't need to have money to get girls. You just need to be a good guy, because you're bringing a girl back to a bed.
My girlfriend who's like put up with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, but I never needed money to get. I think you need money to get a certain kind of girl.
Maybe long term, like we're building a future together.
Yeah, but if you want to start fucking those Instagram models and all of that, you're gonna need a bit of coin, I reckon.
Sheesh.
Because they're. But then again, if you're charming enough,
You got personality.
if you're charming enough, you might be able to get a date or two. But I don't think you'll be able to maintain.
Yeah.
Me and Jabali were talking about this one time about like just how you can't, like looking at that world of Instagram and stuff, how there's other people, like the lifestyle portrayed on it by men is baller.
Yeah.
Like, so it's all fake as well. Like the men, like, I wonder what the female perspective, and this is what we talk about, what the female perspective would be of what you need to get a guy for on Instagram.
I feel like women find that cringe. All that like overtly baller stuff. And then there'll be like a caption, "My haters said I was never gonna make it." I'm like, you don't have any haters. You got 200 followers. Why are you who's hating on you? So
Pictures in a Wagamama.
yeah. Mama, I made it. I used to dream of days like this. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, Frankie and Benny's.
Yeah. Absolutely, you're in your mid-20s, you should be able to go to a Frankie and Benny's if you so desire.
My life is a movie. What movie? What was watching this movie? You know what I mean? So I think women find that a bit, I mean, maybe they do, maybe they don't, find it a bit corny. But do you feel like does your Instagram need to have a bit of like, oh, he's doing well for himself?
I guess so. Sometimes I self-deprecate on there to try and keep it a little bit real. And
Is it genuine self-deprecation? Or is like, I know I'm doing. The hoe's gonna love this.
no, because I ain't on there trying to get hoes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on there trying to build an audience.
Mm.
So I think when I used to just Instagram is the world's greatest dating app.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
need for any other dating app really. You can on Instagram. You think about like if you used to get a girl's number, well, you still had to do like Instagram. There's a body. You've got a body of work there, so you could be like,
Yeah.
it's less invasive than give me your number.
My go-to move for a couple fire emojis, get left on scene for 2 weeks.
Everyone's done it. In the end. There's not a man on this planet who hasn't sent an eyes or a fire emoji and just. I remember I used to do that, and then I'd see girls start posting stories about like them like with their eye rolls of like when guys just reply with fire. Oh, what's your favourite colour? Or things like that.
Oh, God.
Have you sent a few fire emojis in your time, Lucas?
Yeah. I'll try and make it a bit. I'll try and stand out a little bit more.
Really?
Yeah, got to.
Yeah. What's your go? What do you do?
A fire emoji. I would just try to start a conversation on just like a random story.
Do you go back? Do you go in and be like, I'm thinking of converting to just like there's a mosque next door to me. I'm thinking, what the fuck is?
I'd get married so quickly. I feel like I'd be like eligible bachelor on the Muslim market.
Would I be invited to your Islamic wedding?
There'd be no alcohol.
All right. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, don't want to come.
You can come, but you'd be.
Sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah, bro. Mike gets married in a sensory deprivation tank.
I'd have you and Jamali there, and I'd have a speech. You're like, this is the old life that
We're on our own table, not even the kids' table, just like me and Jamali on our own table.
I bought him a gift.
What the fuck?
There's no bride and groom signs. It's just comedians.
This is the life of sin that I'm leaving behind.
Bro, comedians' weddings are so fucking wild. Just like a bunch of like nice people turning up, and then the comedian side turns up, and the speech is like, "How fucking awful can I be?"
It's actually funny watching group of comedians communicate with normal people, like outside of comedy.
It's just
There's a disconnect.
it's just autism meets the real world.
But I used to think people overplayed it. Like, oh yeah, comedians were a different breed. But like, it's not like a massive like we can't function. But I only notice when we're in a group of comics, and there'll be like a couple normal people there, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's just communication. It's a bit off.
Because you lot are all on a different frequency. You've probably just done a show and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like if you were to go and sit with a load of, not that it's anyway like as prestigious a job, but if you were to sit with a load of nuclear technicians or fucking who do like work at a nuclear power plant, and I turn up,
Right.
there's gonna clearly be
There's obviously like we have a rapport. We know each other.
yeah. And the worst thing in the world is when you're in a green room and someone fucking hell it happened. I'll tell you the story of when it happened to me in a minute if you so desire. I turn up to support Theo Von, yeah.
Oh, I like that guy.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Louisiana.
Okay, yeah.
I got Theo Von support, right? And I was like, oh, cool. I like Theo Von. This is going to be wicked. And I was like, can I get a ticket for my girlfriend? I'll text the promoter. He was like, yeah, not a problem. My girlfriend's a fan of Theo Von. And we turn up, right? And I immediately like went backstage. She came with me because I had to get her ticket. So I was like to the promoter, can I get her a ticket? And he was like, yeah, I'll just take you out to the green room and I'll give it to you. And I was like, no. I was like, all right, well, I'll have my own green room. But I didn't realise it was just one green room.
Oh, okay.
So I walk in, there's Theo Von, his other support act, Ari Manis, and now Darcy's there. And I was like, fuck, I've brought someone into the green room. Do you know what I mean? I've been the guy who brings his girlfriend or his partner into the green room. And that to me is a big no-no. Like, especially before a show, you don't bring someone.
So it weren't like, oh, hi, go to your seat. She was like in there for a bit.
Yeah, and she didn't. To be fair to her, it was new to her, so she didn't understand when I was like, what seat are you in?
Yeah.
I was like being like, leave. And she started like having like a few questions with him, and he was clearly like trying to get ready for his show. And she was like, so, and like, it's not her fault. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
But that is, I've been there when like someone brings a mate into the green room. And they're like, do you get nervous before? No, I don't. No. Fuck off. Like, fuck off.
Where do you do your gigs? Here. I'm here inside of the comedy building, you know.
Oh, that's the worst.
But hey, man, people don't know. We probably ask stupid questions to other fields. I don't think I do.
Not before they are doing their job.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you been in a green room when someone's brought someone in?
Yeah, I'm kind of bad. I'm a bit antisocial.
But that's fine. You're allowed to be in a green room.
But I thought I wanted to be like, oh, he was just so. I'll be like, but then I'm just not here to talk to you. Not that I feel like I'm better than you or anything. I just don't want to talk.
Totally fair attitude, I'd say.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
What do you think you've come across rude to people before at comedy clubs because of the way you've? I definitely think I have.
I mean, maybe it's like shyness sometimes. I also have this thing where I get paranoid that I have met somebody before, but I don't remember them. So I'll do that thing where I'm not saying hello because I don't know what kind of, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Or, hey, man, how you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know if I just get paranoid. Everyone's like, oh, he's trying to do a power trip of, oh, he didn't remember me. But I don't remember you.
I don't think anyone thinks that about you, to be fair.
Yeah?
Yeah, no one I know was. You're actually probably one of the most liked people in comedy, but not one of the most loved.
That's because
I mean, everyone likes you.
that's good. That's perfect.
Yeah,
You don't want to be loved.
yeah. You're liked.
When people put you on a pedestal, it's the worst. You just want to be like, oh, Michael, I see him at the gigs. He's nice.
Yeah.
He goes home. That's it, man.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But I've made more friends, probably partly because of you.
yeah.
Introduced me. I didn't have friends really for like 6-7 years. Even me and you, it wasn't very like.
We got on pretty closely when we first met at Top Secret,
Wow, that was years ago.
but we were bantering pretty quickly about
Yeah,
like
we were
Kendrick Lamar and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, we were talking.
But we used to see each other like quite infrequently, and then
Yeah.
now it's just like we're just sharing the origins of our friendship.
Well, we hung out properly also in I guess Edinburgh, and also there was a weekend where I was doing a weekend in Edinburgh. You were in a weekend, and we just me, you, Ryan, Cullen ended up hanging out and like
I remember
went
that.
out drinking and stuff. And
I
it's
broke Daniel Sloss's bed.
Did you?
I was sleeping on his bed. I broke one of the panels. I just left.
Daniel was away, by the way. It wasn't.
Hold on. Yeah. This is way clear. Yeah, I broke a panel on his bed, and I was like, oh shit. So I just laid it on top. I laid it to put the blanket over. Find it when he sees it.
There was but I was always pretty social.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Like, I was always pretty like going out and.
The thing about you started early and you knew people, like top people early, so they kind of was always vouching for you.
Yeah, I had that in. To be fair, that was a big part of it. I guess as well, I was I like socializing. Like I like sitting around after a gig and having a beer with people. I really enjoy that part of the job.
Would you say that's how you charge your social battery around people?
What, alcohol?
No, people.
Around
Like you, some people, they're like, I need some time alone. Like me in a sensory deprivation tank to get back to 100%. Where do you like, I need people around me chatting, conversating, drinks.
Depends if I'm cool with them. And it's not even in a way of like dislike. If I'm on a bill with people and they're just all right, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool.
Sometimes that's the best thing when you're doing some random gig in Bournemouth for the weekend. You're like, I'm going to make friends with these old people, do you know what I mean?
Dude, it's the funniest thing in the world where you come mates with like some 50-year-old dad who's been divorced. Like,
I went to
it's funny. You guys come like really good pals because you had a weekend in Cardiff.
I went to a nightclub in Cardiff with Jeff Wrighton. It's like 50.
Wait, hold on. Jeff Whiting from Mirth Control, Jeff Whiting.
Yeah, or is it Jeff something?
Jeff Innocent.
Nah, Jeff, older guy.
Norcott.
Not Norcott. Is Jeff Whiting a comedian or just a booker?
He does do comedy, but like...
It might have been him, but some comic in their 50s. I believe their first name was Jeff. And Sarah Callahan, who's actually said she'll come on in a few weeks, like a comedian. And we were just in a nightclub in Cardiff at 2 a.m. and it was like cheesy pop night. You could just see people like, what? Why are they in the club together?
Yeah.
With like a 28-year-old woman, black guy, and 50-year-old man. What is their connection?
Yeah, it's like if me, like I've been in places where like me, Emmanuel Sonobu, and then like Kai Humphreys, and everyone's like, what the fuck
What is there?
Yeah, or like there with it'll be like me, fucking John Fothergill, and then like Jen Brister, and everyone's like, how the fuck is this a dynamic?
They could be his parents, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Me and Dave Johns went and got a Nando's in in Dave Johns from Daniel Blake ended up getting a Nando's in Nottingham. And I was like, everyone here thinks I'm just having a nice time with my granddad.
Nah, man, I do like a lot about this comedy community.
Yeah, but do you think the reason you're not whole is because of comedy? Do you think comedy's not giving you what you want?
Nah, because even then, like that, I don't want to like put my career onto my wholeness. I think that's, if anything, comedy's going great. I need to find who I am outside of this. You know, if this goes away, I don't really know what skills I have. We're good comedians. We're doing well. We're getting opportunities. Like, we use this a lot for our validation.
Yeah.
If this goes, it's like, am I still a person? I don't know. Find out on part 2.
That's very deep. We are good comedians. See me at Angel Comedy on 22nd of December.
Look at that plug right
Tickets, £5. I will be posting them on my Instagram. So we'll do a few minutes after this as well. I just wanted to get my plug in for my 6th show that I'm working, Love and Hate Speech. It's going to be fucking wicked.
Great title.
Come along.
I might be there. I'm doing a work.
I know you are doing a work in progress. But just listen. Wait. Go on.
I'm doing a work in progress. Top secret. 21st of December. So too late. You can go see a B-Tech double bill. It's not really a double bill because it's not the same day, but back to back. The show title is undecided. I think I might call it "Don't Trust Your Instincts," which is ironic because I don't trust my instincts to know what to call it. But we're gonna have that on 21st December. Top secret. I don't know what time. Also, it's not been confirmed. I just asked them.
I've never met anyone. I'm bad at admin, but Michael is something else.
So it doesn't exist yet.
You're plugging a thing that might not exist.
You're manifesting it.
Yeah, finger snaps. So I'll update you next week when they come back and what they say, whether the show exists or not. If not, enjoy your Christmas. I guess.
What the fuck was that?
Also, I have a work in progress.
Oh, no
Angel
one gives a fuck. No, go
in 3 years. I think my career will be good enough at that point. So just look out for that.
When are you going to do a work in progress, Lucas? We'll plug the fuck out of it on here. We'll get people.
Thank you. I don't have enough time, but I want to do a split show at Edinburgh next year.
Yeah.
I don't have an hour yet.
3 to 4 years is enough time for an hour.
Yeah. Who are you going to do it with?
I don't know. I haven't found anyone.
You should do it together.
I'll be down.
Michael Van Eyck, he can split the show. Michael's the only person in Edinburgh who's got an opener coming. Lucas comes on, does 40 at the top. Mike comes out. Mike just comes out and holds the bucket.
I'm not doing no flyering back there.
Bro, do you ever flyer in Edinburgh?
Never.
Bro. I used to, when I was doing like
Never.
one of those splits, like a package show, yeah. I used to have this route I'd go on to make it look like I was flying. So I'd go like for this walk after the show was at 12:30 in the afternoon. So they were like, you got to go fly for the other show that's on later, which I wasn't doing. So I was like, no. So I'd go on this route, 40-minute walk, cigarette, stop off, get a bit of breakfast, dump half the flyers in the bin. Come back there and be like, bloody hell, you gave out loads. I'm like, hey, man.
40 minute walk. It's easy to just stay in the spot and fly.
No, because it's so. When people are good at flying, they're good at it. It's a thing, like, but we're socially awkward people.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to an audience before.
And as well, like, it's just, I remember one time I went to hand someone a flyer and this guy went, I morally object to comedy because of this festival.
Oh, fuck.
He lived in Edinburgh and he morally objects to humour.
That's fair enough, man. We are a piece of shit when we go over there.
Yeah, no, we are bad. Like, we do fuck it up for the city up there.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. This has been
I really enjoyed this one.
This has been a lot of fun. This is what we usually do on the Patreon. For £3.50 a month, you get a bonus episode like this a week. We've probably said some things we shouldn't have said.
Nah.
I think we'll be all right.
We say that every week, and every week we are.
No, there's been a few messages.
Oh.
there's been a couple of.
Yeah, I got one after the I made that 9/11 joke.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, people weren't happy with you about that.
They said, I pray your family doesn't have to jump off a building. Oh, thank you.
That's the bare minimum.
That's really nice of you, actually.
Imagine that. Like, thank you for our food and bread. And may the other wallets never have to jump off our rights.
Oh my gosh, man. We're not edgelords, though.
We're not. I get accused of it a little bit every now and then. Get a cute few.
We like to maybe go to the edge, but it's all for
Yeah.
fun. We're not trying to.
Yeah, we're not trying to fuck up your day, man.
Yeah, but listen,
Couple people's day.
Couple people's day. But yeah, guys, sign up to the Patreon, man. You like this free flowing chat between the two of us, and then obviously on the main when we get our guest in, and we keep saying every week, but we are gonna try and get a different variety of guests. We got an NHS doctor coming on next. He's also a comedian, but he's the NHS doctor, and that's what we'll be talking to him about. Also, if anybody knows any philosophers,
We've tried.
we're trying to get someone. So let us know if you are or know any philosophers who are real. We need to see a degree. We need to see some sort of documentation.
Yeah, we have messaged quite a well-known philosopher, and I messaged him from the Instagram account. I think he took a look at the Instagram account and he went, "No."
No.
He was like, "Absolutely."
I just got this position.
Yeah. I think I was trying to read up about philosophy the other day. Turns out we do not.
No, we're not actually covering it.
We do
I feel like the
cover
Balissa section was very
philosophical.
You know, the ethics of being railed.
That's what they talk about in seminars.
Yeah, but also, yeah, we're gonna try to get a couple like sex workers on and things like that. You know, interesting characters.
Lines of work that are just not you wouldn't usually hear about, man.
Yeah, the dream is a child soldier.
Oh, that'd be good.
That is the dream. So if anyone knows any,
That could still be a child.
they could be an ex-child soldier, so an adult soldier, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone knows any child soldiers, that would be really good. And I mean, like, you know, they've got a few dog tags. Like
You can see the murder in their eyes. And the sadness. We want that kind of.
Yeah, like really, just, you know, to see what it was. Maybe there's an argument for children should be soldiers, and we want to. You know, this is a philosophy podcast. We don't want to leave anything on.
We weigh it up. See the pros and cons. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. This has been episode 40, man. Can you believe it? We got that far. But we'll see you guys next week. Peace.